Transformer History Tidbits. Issue with the name Outback, because Hasbro can keep a trademark as well as Misfire can hit a shot. So back in G1 we had mini-bots, just tiny little dudes who were a bit cheaper. And while there's a lot of history involving the molds, that's a story for another time. So in 1984, through a series of events that I'm not going to cover, Braum was released. Hasbro thought Braum was cute and they didn't want to get rid of their crush, and so they remolded him in 1986 into Outback. Outback, unlike Braun, is tan and brown, and his personality is Australian. That's his entire personality. If you came here for a deep exploration of the character, I'm sorry. So Outback was in the show, but he was pretty much forgotten with the rest of the 86 mini-bots. That is, of course, until all the way into 2005, where BotCon went, man, there are so many Transformers that need updates. And then decided out of all of them, Outback should be the one. So they made Fallback for the Descent into Evil box set. But I think you can already see an issue. That ain't his original name. Because you see, they couldn't use the original name because of a steakhouse. Imagine losing your name because a steakhouse took it. This fate was the one Outback had to take. Or I guess the steakhouse took from Fallback. But hey, don't worry. It gets even worse for Outback's name. In 2007, as a part of the Megatron Origin series, a guy called Fastback was put onto a shirt by Megatron himself. Now this guy who looks almost exactly like Outback and has a similar name to Outback isn't Outback. Because you see, Outback already bit the Dust and Spotlight Cup, so they needed a different guy to bite the bullet in this story. So now we have three names, Outback, Fallback, and Fastback. The movie series decided they wanted to reference G1 by repainting their Braun homage into an Outback homage, but because of our steakhouse overlords, he was called Fallback in the 2010 series. Then also in 2010, they decided to pull a Hollywood and remake the IDW Fastback in the Aligned continuity. So in a book called Exodus, Fastback was dealt with by Megatron. That would be whatever, but we gotta make things confusing, so guess who's also in the Aligned continuity? A Fallback. In 2012, they repainted Cyberverse Breakdown in Outback colors, because they kinda look alike, I guess. But by now, we get the gist. Outback is now Fallback, and Fastback isn't Outback or Fallback. But you see, Hasbro managed to get the trademark back in 2016, so it turns out that Outback is Outback and not Fallback anymore. I suppose the steakhouse overlords showed mercy. The best thing to come out with this weird naming scenario is the fact that Shattered Glass has like 3 different Outbacks. Yeah, Shattered Glass is an Outback, a Fallback, and a Fastback. And ironically, Fallback is the only one to die, meaning that Fastback is safe only in Shattered Glass. So the TLDR, if you didn't watch the video, steakhouses actually own the governments of the world, and they will steal your name. So that's the end of History Tidbits. Don't lose your name, I guess. Remember to crush all those who oppose you. See ya.